to check the front desk for my mail here at this long-stay hotel here in Rocky Mountains, Colorado. Anywho, I also told her, pulled up this piece of paper. It says, this was supposed to be given to me and explained to me within 12 hours of my admission to this hospital. It was a forceful admission. The cops, what they do is as I found out from the people who works there, when they want to take care of somebody, they'll put them into the mental health system, let that take care of them. And I ran into a bunch of other people there who were, so actually everybody was there voluntarily but me. We were treated miserably. No different than myself. The food was awful. The only reason why I survived is because I would squirrel away everything they gave me, and I told them, because I'm on a bean adjacent diet, because I can't eat seeds or nuts because of the colon situation. They'll clog up. I've been hospitalized for it. It shit hurts. You have to irrigate it, massage it. I was hospitalized for 4 days because of it. Anyway, I just can't. I can have a little bit of it, but it hurts. Like I can't have roughage. I can't have leafy things unless they're like blended up. I drink a lot of smoothies because I have to. That's where the fish comes in for the protein, the omega-3s, all the good fatty acids, and that's what it. Anyway, I kind of thrived in that situation because I was also I just put my body into situations. I know what it screams at me in those situations. To say, hey, feed me this. I'm dehydrated. And I deal with dehydration a lot, so I just chugged a whole thing of coconut water plus a smoothie that I made. I'm gonna go recover. I should go soon, but so she's looking at me like, oh shit, this nurse who, she's finding out menopause symptoms. This piece of paper says within 12 hours, explain it. And it was under a bagel in my room. We're not even supposed to have food in our rooms. Now, mind you, I broke that all the fucking time because they didn't really give a shit. But, and I even talked to some of the overnight nurses and said, hey, I'm gonna do some working out here. I'd be doing jumping jacks. I was doing some, I was going to do some handstand work and some of those things. So I dragged a mattress to the floor and I said, hey, I may make some noises at some point. Feel free to check whatever you're going to do, but I'm going to be moving around in there quite a bit. And I was very fortunate, and it was a blessing from Gaia, from the universe, from whatever, that I got a solo room. I wasn't with anybody. That was a big blessing. I did get some okay sleep. It wasn't a great place. It's cold. They don't give you enough blankets. I was freezing a lot of those nights. I would kind of curl up into a ball, into a fetal position, and try to consolidate my body heat many times. Additionally, to keep myself, even if I did at some point run out of food, run out of like whatever mashed up chickpea bullshit or whatever they gave me, any veggies that I would have to mash up, I couldn't blend anything. You can't make sharp in there. A plastic knife, but you gotta throw it right away. Anyway, basically like prison. It's basically prison, but worse because they don't even fucking respect you at all. Anyway, other people get thrown into solitary. Anyway, perfect. Behavior for myself, plus I'm talking to this nurse. They didn't explain the piece of paper why I was admitted. It was under a bag, blah, 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 and so I ended up not having to see the magistrate. I was discharged within 3 hours. Now, it got way fucking worse from there for me. Story for another time. Probably the biggest trauma of my life, and they have troubles giving me colostomy bag supplies while I was there, because I of course, I wanted to bring in my stuff. I got assaulted outside of my home. I couldn't bring anything. I had a skirt on, like a Harley Quinn crop top sweatshirt. This was March, when they lured me out of my home and, assaulted me. Now, mind you, I have bruises all over my body. They're not gentle people. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Being accused of, hey, you put your weight down. We can't lift you. Like, bro, I'm like 120 pounds soaking wet. I look like I can't punch my way out of a paper bag, but actually, I can. And I can fight. Good luck if you want to come at me. I was a pacifist. I have not done anything to break that vow, but I have to renounce that vow for my own protection. I don't think I'll have to ever use. I don't think I'll have to throw hands or what have you, but I can. I've been threatened. When I was in the homeless shelter situation, the abuse shelter here in Colorado, I had one person who was really bullying my ass. She was all over. She actually called the cops on me a bunch of times. Cops found nothing. That I was like taunting her or following her, whatever. It's a tiny little shelter. It was like a fucking submarine. Anyway, at one point she just confronts me straight up. Starts talking about my teeth are all fucked up. I'm ugly. I'm stupid. Whatever. I can't dance. Okay. So basically, she's sitting there, coming at me, and where the fuck was I going with that? I don't remember. Anywho, basically, like, anyway, this whole thing gave me a lot of confidence. I'll go back to the asylum thing. One of the things before I was had to meet with that magistrate the day before, I asked to speak with a priest, a monk, and a rabbi. Because you can do that. There are people of faith there. And while I do identify as a pagan, I'm not religious, I'm a-religious. I try to tolerate religion, but it's really toxic. All of them are misogynistic in nature. They just are. Even Buddhism. I've talked to some Buddhists, some Hindu folks. 2 guys, maybe 3. One guy really stands out. He was a Buddhist, and he was frustrated. He said, "Well, I'm not supposed to have these desires and these about girls, and I'm not going to run over, but I'm not allowed to even express these things." He was very sexually frustrated. I don't remember if he was the one. Anyway, decent looking dude, I think. But whatever. But he wasn't even allowed in his culture to express those desires. At least he didn't feel that he could. And our feelings are our facts. So if he was shut down by his parents, probably a parental figure, what have you. Dude was in his 20s, so he was opening up to me. And this was online, but people open up to me wherever. It's just the way I am. I'm a therapy type. That's my background, not in a paid way. So I don't ask for money for those skills. That's not why they exist for me. I get paid for entertaining. Shaking my ass, making jokes. Anyway, it's Anyway, I've had friends say, I don't approve of your sexiness. Well, honey, the act isn't about sex, even though there's some sexiness to it, just because I'm sexy. People, hey, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. Anywho, I got to only meet, there's some chat, back to the mental ward situation where I asked for the rabbi, the priest, and the monk. I was in Baltimore City, Maryland. There are Jews, there are, but I didn't see any mosques. I didn't see any, well, that's not for monks, but I didn't see anything that would get a monk to me from my year there. But the rabbi did come, although the Christian folks, they ignore my candy ass. So I spoke with a rabbi, and I just was talking to him, just like, he stops me. He didn't stop me, but after a few minutes of me talking to him about what my situation was, he goes, "Wow, you're a real character. You are a really, really, really talented actress." And I went, I stopped for a second. At first, it was a compliment, a big compliment, but I stopped and I was like, because I'm in a situation where I had to speak to a magistrate the next day, or later that day, it was the next day. I went, well, first off, thanks, I'll get back to this, but I don't want the magistrate to be thinking that I think this is some fucking game. This is my life here. If I can't, speak to this person and prove my sanity or whatever, they can do whatever the fuck they want to me at that point. I'm at the mercy of the mental health system, which is corrupt. Soup to nuts corrupt, and the people that are there that know, they know, and most of them know. I had nurses that were fucking with me to try to get me to erupt at them so they could probably sedate me. It happened a couple of times. They kept it longer because of it, actually. I was supposed to be released the next day. They moved me to another floor. It was a whole thing. Anyway, back to this rabbi, this very kind and gentle man. So anyway, I tell him, thanks, but I don't want to come off like I'm a character. I'm just like this. And he goes, cool. I admit to him that I said, well, I've actually never done any professional acting of any stripe. I've never even auditioned. I've been too scared. I've never had the courage to do so, ever.